Welcome to the first episode of Crosstown Stories. I'm Alex Didion of the Cronkite School. This program highlights some of USC and UCLA's most unique athletes. From comeback stories to world travels, we'll be giving you a close-up of their experiences at these rival schools. We begin here at the University of Southern California, where a sixth-year senior on the Trojan basketball team has proven that she is the glue that holds her squad together. Reporter Jeremy Schnell has more. With the win, Higley improves to 8-1 on the season, and they will close out next week with senior night against Seton Catholic. For Cronkite Sports, I'm Alex Didion reporting. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to a special edition of playoff football here at Highland High School. We've got the number 8 seed Hawks taking on the number 9 seed Desert Mountain Wolves in about just a few minutes. Amanda, what do you see from tonight's matchup?
So neither team went into postseason last year, but Highland is looking for their first playoff win since 2008, while Desert Mountain's looking for their first playoff win since 2012. I think the biggest question that I have for you, Alex, is what's the biggest challenge that Highland's going to face tonight? Yeah, the
biggest challenge tonight for Highland's going to be Keaton Slovis and this passing offense for Desert Mountain. Slovis over 2,500 yards this season, 29 touchdowns to just 3 interceptions. They have been a dynamic offense. Joshua Walker, their receivers, one of the candidates picked by AZ Central to be a potential player of the year in the state of Arizona. He has 17 total touchdowns this year, including 14 receiving touchdowns. That's a dynamic duo between Walker and Slovis. Will be really tough for Highland to stop.
And I think on the Hawk side, running back Jacob Wood is just coming back into the game after coming off of an injury. Do you think that injury is going to affect his playing ability tonight?
Yeah, Wood's knee was hurt last week, and they missed him greatly against Desert Ridge, specifically on the defensive side with his ability to plug up holes in the run game. So tonight, getting him back, his impact will certainly be felt on the offensive side as the team's leading rusher this season. But not only there on defense, his ability to, as I said, plug up holes is going to be huge against a team where they're going to be passing a lot. Wood also has 4 interceptions on the season. So look for him to make a big impact tonight, and he'll be a key player to watch whether or not Highland ends up coming away with the victory.
And lastly, looking back at last season, how has that atmosphere at Highland changed?
Oh, it's completely different. I mean, last season this team went 3-7. They got rid of a coach who had been here for a long time. Brock Farrell comes in from Shadow Mountain, immediately turns his team around. They flip their record from 3-7 to 7-3, the team's first 7-win season since 2008. And they're also looking tonight, as you mentioned, for their first playoff win since 2008. And the atmosphere is electric. I mean, last week, even in a loss, you had fans up there super excited. The players down on the field have a lot of energy. It's a big-time playoff atmosphere here at Highland High School for the first time in a while.
And I think that we can both agree it's going to be a game of offense versus defense tonight. It's going to be an exciting game. We're going to take a break, but first we do want to thank Drake Allen, Alicia Holman, football boosters, friends and family who have supported this team tonight. We're going to send it to break right now. Jordan Lake will be back in the booth with more.
Welcome back to Crosstown Stories. Researchers continue to make great strides in enhancing athletic performance through mental retraining. This next feature, we see this concept reach fruition with Justin Suh. Here's more on the USC golfer.
It's at a pace that, I'd probably be the lowest scoring average maybe in the history of college golf if he stayed at this pace.
San Jose native Justin Suh is a junior at USC, and in the last year, he has taken his game to a whole new level. The key has been not with his swing, but with his mental approach.
He came in as a highly touted recruit, and he was, a tough competitor when he came in, and I think he's gotten more skilled in that area of the mental side.
So I do 9 breaths. It's like each one focuses on a different thing for me to just stay level. And if any situation like during the round where things get too low or things get too high, I would kind of refer myself back, like just bring myself back to what I felt before the round.
I think it's kind of a great validation of him putting attention in the right places, not just his mental game. He works hard on everything, but again, from my perspective of somebody who's completely bought into trying to develop a mindset that's going to give him the best chance.
Whatever it is working. Justin closed out the 2017 fall season with 2 individual titles, including the prestigious St. Mary's Invitational. Golf Week listed Suh as their top-ranked collegiate player heading into this spring.
Like as soon as I saw it, I had to take a little breather and just be like, wow, what a change from being not even like the conversation freshman year or like the beginning of freshman year to being like number 1. It was just such an amazing feeling.
The semester he just had is the best semester of golf, that anybody's ever had since I've been here. I've never seen anybody average less than 68 for a semester.
If it seems like Suh was born to be a golfer, that's because he had a club in his hands at age 4. Suh was not the only golfer in the family growing up. His older sister Hannah was a standout at California. While his sister chose to stay close to home, Justin ventured south and found his own home away from home.
I mean, I live with 13 guys, and we just kind of have fun, and I mean, just hang out. Like we play. I mean, recently I've been getting into Xbox, just Call of Duty.
They may all be clients someday for this business administration major, but for now, he is more focused on Augusta than Wall Street.
If you hit it as far as he hits it, the sky's the limit. Obviously, he's not as long as a Dustin Johnson or a Bubba Watson, but he's a lot longer than a guy like Luke Donald or Jim Furyk, and they've had amazing careers.
Hopefully, I can compete in the highest level and just kind of make an impact in the golf world. That would be just amazing.
All right, so I'm here with Highland defensive end Noah Evans. Absolutely phenomenal game tonight. So your defensive line, you guys started off with a sack, and from there it just seemed like you guys had complete control over the Desert Mountain offensive line. So what were you guys practicing for this week to prepare for them?
Really all week we just worked on the pass plays, our pass rush all week. Just made a point that we would know our pass rush move before the play started and had it set before it started.
Tell me a little about how it feels. This is the first playoff win for Highland since 2008. This is a big deal for this program to advance to the second round, and next week match up with Mountain Point. So just tell me a little about how that feels to bring a playoff win here to Highland.
Yeah, it's definitely big. Feels great. 2 years ago I played against Chaparral in a playoff game, and we should have won, but we lost. But it's glad that I'm glad that we won this game. So.
Yeah, and the 16-versus-1 matchup went final. Mountain Point advancing, so that'll be your matchup next week. How does it feel to be able to match up with those guys again after you barely lost to them earlier this season?
There's no one else I'd rather play. Mountain Point, I want to play them so bad. We had a close game with them earlier this year, and I'm happy that we get to play them again.
All right, Noah Evans, thanks so much. The Mountain Point Pride did a lot more than ruffle feathers in these 6A quarterfinals Friday as they took on the Highland Hawks, who last week captured their first playoff win since 2008. The top-seeded Pride dominated from start to finish as QB Nick Wallerstedt threw 2 touchdown passes, including this bomb to Marshawn Gibson, and Highland was only able to muster 1 first down as they trailed 21-0 going into the half. In the second half, Marshawn Gibson was at it again with our play of the night as he leaps to the sky and pulls down an incredible one-handed interception. Gibson doing his best Odell Beckham impersonation here. He should have come over and grabbed Highland's turnover chain after that play.
Well, we had a lot of people out the first time we played them. They're a very good team. I think they have a really great defense, but we played at a high level tonight, all the way around, offense, defense.
Highland fought to the end, but ultimately couldn't find a way to score consistently on the aggressive Pride defense and fall 44-7. Nonetheless, Coach Brock Farrell is excited with his team's improvement throughout the season.
I mean, they changed the culture here, and the seniors built something that, we can build upon for the future, and they have no reason to be ashamed. It hurts to lose. Mountain Point's really, really good. I mean, they're really good.
With tonight's win, the Pride remain undefeated here at home in 2017. Next week, they'll face off with Brock Purdy and the red-hot Perry Pumas with a trip to the state championship on the line. For Cronkite Sports, I'm Alex Didion reporting.